What's up, everyone? I'm CL Connolly, and today I just want to talk about the future of my convention appearances. So, I've been doing a ton of conventions since 2019, and I've done several each year since 2019. And at this point, because little miss here, do you have the hiccups? Oh, you do have the hiccups. um, it's actually safer for her not to be out in public with other people. So I am here all the time and I do not mind. My husband does take, you're on my hair, honey. I need to let go of my hair. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I got it. um, I do have my husband who takes half days if I ever have a doctor's appointment or anything like that. So he does stay with her because he is like, the other person that she knows. My niece helped out during Houston Horror Film Fest for a little while on Friday while he was still at work, but because I had to leave early in the morning, and he got out early. He didn't take a half day. He just got out early. I think he got out at like 3 instead of 5. So he could come home and help her with that. But she was here for just the few hours that he was not. And she stayed here once before. And then I made sure that she stayed here for the full week so that Aria could get used to her and everything else. Because you can't just leave and allow someone to be with the monkey, because that's not safe for either, her or, the other person. So anyway, so I made sure that she knows who my niece is anyway. And then my husband came home and then he was here for the weekend. But because my husband he always says that he's afraid he's going to hurt her because she's so small and he never knows his own strength. I mean, last night he broke our mop. He's just mopping away at the floors because here, let me show you. So this little one here, she is 15, and sometimes she can't remember that she's just been outside, and she'll come in and just pee on the floor, even though we just came back inside. We were putting these little diapers on her, but the problem was, though, is that it got to the point to where she realized she had one on, so she wouldn't even get up off the couch. She would just pee herself while she was laying on the couch. So it's best not to do that because we don't want her just peeing because she knows she's wearing a diaper type of thing. That, or I don't really know. She's old and I'm really just, I don't know. She's 15. She's got the vet said it was degenerative bone disease in her hips, in her back hips. So she kind of walks funny. But she's always kind of done that. Like, she's always kind of had, like, the weird bow legs in the front and stuff like that. But anyway, so, yeah, last night he was mopping and just snapped the handle. He was mopping up a mess, but he just snapped the handle right off it. And I was like, okay. So he doesn't really know his own strength. So, and especially with diaper changes and stuff like that, there were times where her diaper was on, like, crooked or weird or whatever. I'm the one who cut the tail holes, but he still... It's okay. He's a great help, whatever. He'd prefer if I changed her diapers. Okay, fine. So because leaving her for long periods of time is probably not the best option for me, I will not be making, the 3-day convention appearances probably much anymore. I'm still at that point where I'm like, okay, I have not signed up for Cult Classic, which is in early March next year, 2025. I have not signed up for that one. And it's mostly because of the fact that I had thought about taking her with me. I just don't want to do that because it's not a good idea. So I chose to opt out, basically, because it is not a good idea to bring her with me. It's not fair to her, specifically because, like you see right now. So she wants to climb around. She wants to play. She wants to do a bunch of stuff. And because of that, it's not fair to force her to sit for long periods of time and just be well behaved. You can't do that with a toddler. There's no way I can do that with her. Like, she has so much energy. Why would I do that? First of all, that's wrong of me to believe that I can do that. That's just wrong. And it's wrong to force her to have to sit. So I decided to opt out of that. I'm not going to Cult Classic. And I know that I have regular customers because Cult Classic is an amazing event. And I have regular people who actually come to see me and the new books that I bring out whenever I go to Cult Classic. And at that point, I will have, compared to this year in March, I will have 3 new books out compared to what I had last year. So that's, I mean, it's just wrong of me to do that to her. And I don't want to leave her here with my husband because my husband is overwhelmed with the entire thing. So he's not really into that energy type of thing. Like when my grandkids come over and hang out with us and stuff like that, generally I'm the one who deals with a lot of that because the energy is a lot for him. And mostly because our son was kind of docile, I guess you could say. Not really a whole lot. Like he had the play thing, but he was, I don't know, he did a lot of independent play. Like he would play by himself, but he was an only child. But that's a whole other story as to why he's an only child. But he's an only child, so he kind of knew how to play by himself. And if he wanted someone to play with him, he would always be like, hey, can you do this with me? And it'd be like puzzles or, board games or something like that. He was never an actual, rowdy kid unless he was outside playing at a playground. Then he was a rowdy kid. And that's fine. Okay. Sorry. My phone charger is tucked behind the couch and she likes to go back there and get it. But anyway, so he was kind of a docile kid unless he was out at the playground. Then he had other kids to play with, and that's when he was rowdy. And so inside the house, it's not as well known, I guess. So he doesn't get it. But my husband also doesn't understand the crying and things like that. Normal things kids do, because my son wasn't like that. He basically was I don't know. Like a lot of people always said that when he was an infant, he was a quiet baby. And I was like, I didn't know babies were supposed to scream until I started working in the restaurant industry. And then I was like, that's why everybody told me he was a quiet baby, because babies scream 99% of the time, and he never did. He was always kind of quiet. I don't know. Either way. So I don't know if it's like he just doesn't have the patience for it or what the deal is. And if I leave, she screams at the top of her lungs as loud as she can, please don't leave me, type of thing. So it's easier if I just stay with her. And I love staying with her. I love being with her. She's so much fun. Are you actually going to play with that now? Okay. So here, now that she's not touching it. So I brought her baby out. This thing has been in her bed since the day she's come home. And when I brought it out here, it's almost like she was trying to figure out why it was out here instead of in her bed. But anyway, so with my husband not really being comfortable being left alone with her because he doesn't like changing diapers, and he would have to be reminded that she needs a bottle or whatever, right? It's easier if I just stay with her because I know her schedule. And so I figure that I'm going to cut back on my convention appearances and stuff like that. Like when I'm here, I've got one dog who wants to pee on the floor constantly. It's not just once. Like she'll pee once, we'll be cleaning it up, and as we're cleaning it up, she's peeing again. And it's like she'll go outside and she'll pee on every inch of outside and then come inside and still do it again. So there's a lot going on during the day, a lot of the times. And because this is what I do all the time, I'm okay with it. I like having the chaos, right? Right, Miss Aria sees chaos around here, huh? Yes. So I don't mind it. I really don't. I always wanted to have a ton of kids running around the house and stuff like that. But, that was not something that we were able to do. And I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I have this one hair that's like sticking up, but I can't figure out where it's at. She's been digging through my hair, running around me. Anyway, so the chaos does not bother me. But when my husband's at home, he wants to relax. And I can understand that because he gets up at, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then he's at work until sometimes almost 7 o'clock at night. So I understand when he's at home, he wants to relax. He doesn't want to deal with all the chaos that's going on. And Layla, you're fine. Then there's this one over here who's completely terrified of little Aria. Yeah. She's completely terrified of her. Every single time she's laying down, and then Aria goes over there, she's playing, and Layla gets up and she's like, oh my God. Yeah. Anyway. So my husband likes to relax when he's at home. I get it. I've had a job. When I came home, I wanted to relax. No big deal. But anyway, so I think I'm going to basically we're going to cut back on the convention appearances. There's not going to be a whole lot. I do have a single day outdoor appearance that is from 4 to 9. That is in the Spring, Texas area. It is at Fortress Beer Works. But I think they're changing their name. I think that's like their grand reopening with the new name, because they had purchased another brewery. And because they had purchased the other one, they're actually going to take on their name. And that's just how that's going to work. But either way, so I do have the single day outdoor event, October 19th. It is a Saturday. I can never remember if it's the 16th or the 19th. I'm pretty sure it's the 19th. That's the Saturday. So that Saturday on the 19th, October, I will be doing the single day event. It's from 4 to 9. So it's only a few hours. It's not that big a deal. But either way, whatever. It's an outdoor event. I still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to bring her. I thought about it, but I really don't want her in the public space. I know it's going to be outside, but my mom's going to go with me so my husband can be here with her. It's just the fact that, like I said, if I leave, she screams. She does that whenever she's in her chair too, because we have the high chair at the counter. I don't know how dirty my kitchen is, but we have the high chair at the counter. And if she's in her high chair and I walk across the kitchen just to go to the fridge, even though it's literally 5 steps away from her high chair, if I go to the fridge, she freaks out because I'm not right there. She also does this thing where she will sit on the counter and her foot is on my hand while she's sitting there. Her foot has to be on my hand while she's sitting there while I'm eating, even though I'm right-handed. So anyway, yeah, that's a lot of fun. But anyway, so yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just cross off any convention appearances. A single day event, especially from 4 to 9, it's only a few hours. It's not that big a deal. It's not a full day. So that's one of the biggest things, is the fact that it's not a full day. So I won't be gone from her for too long. If she does stay here. And I think it's more me that I don't want to be away from her. Because look at how cute she is. Oh, my sweet baby. Don't put your hand in my mouth. You're not my dentist. But anyway, who would want to be away from this baby? But it was a free event. And it's like a book fair, I guess is what they're doing. So it's going to be all authors. And I couldn't pass up the opportunity because it's all authors. So people are going to be there for books. And that is my major thing. So those single events for just a few hours, I will do that. And it's okay if I leave her for just a little while, because as soon as I get home, she's going to be so excited to see mommy. She always is. But so anyway, yeah, I don't think I can take her with me. She's going to have to stay home. Right? Say it's just safer for baby. So anyway, that is one of my biggest things, because it's not safe for her to be out in public. My husband goes grocery shopping on Sundays. Sometimes we go with him, but we sit in the truck. We don't get out. We don't get out of the truck. We hang out in the truck. We go for a ride. That's just how it works. He'll go inside and he'll do his whole thing. We're looking at doing the online order so that we can just go and pick it up and we can ride in the truck that way. And I think it would be easier to do it that way. But as of now, my convention appearances are going to be few and far between, due to the fact that I don't want to be away from her for that long. And I know my husband likes to sleep during the weekends when he's got no work to do. So that's just how that is. And I would prefer to allow him to be able to, catch up on sleep, I guess, for when he's at home. She is she didn't want to have anything to do with it. Like, I think it was more of the fact that it was because it was out of her bed. Because normally that toy is in her bed. I think that's the reason why she was freaked out about it before, because I brought it out of her bed. And she was like, what is this doing out of my bed? But now she's playing with it, so it's okay. My son had a Precious Moments doll when he was a baby. My aunt bought it for him, and from the day that I came home from the hospital, it was in his bed. So it's something that he always knew. And the one time that he decided that he no longer wanted it was when he went off to college, which I thought was so adorable. And it was a Precious Moments baby. Now, you pulled the blanket and it did the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So that was like his biggest thing. It was something he always had with him. It was always in his bed. But anyway, so I wanted to do the same thing for her. So that's why we got the little Precious Moments baby. And it had to be a different one, so I didn't have the pull string because we didn't want her chewing all over that. But anyway, yeah, that's just how that is. But yeah, so my convention appearances are going to be few and far between. But you can order everything online. So my box sets are only available on my website. That is the only place where my box sets are available. I had someone ask a question of which book is the first one in the Affair series. It is Forbidden Affair, Family Affair, Fundamental Affair, and then Fruitful Affair. So that's the order of those 4 books. And then, of course, my cult series are all numbered. So on the spine, it actually says 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, of course, the Disciples Doctrine. But from here on up through, I think it's 2042, I'm doing all single titles. I'm not doing another series until like 2040 something. So there's that. Do you have something? No? Okay. She puts her hands up. But anyway, so, but yeah, so my convention appearances, I know that I did have a lot of people that would come see me at these convention appearances and stuff like that. There is another one for Houston Horror Film Fest that is in October. I believe it's October 26th. It's a Saturday. Yeah, it's October 26th. And that is in Katy. I usually do that one every year. I do it in October. I'm not doing that one this year due to the fact that, like I said, I have her, but it is also a 7 to 9 hour event. So yeah, that's that thing too. I mean, it's a long day. But that's basically the only reason why I'm not doing that one, is because it's a long day. And do you have something? What do you have? What do you have? Let me have it. Oh, you don't have anything. Why does it look like you're chewing on something? Do you have my hair? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? You have my hair? You have my hair? No? Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'm not going to do long days. I don't want to be away from her for as long as I was at the convention. I felt like I missed her so much. So yeah, the convention appearances are basically no more for quite a while. But like I said, everything is available on my website. You can get all of my books. The box sets are only available on my website. All of my other books you can get from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, things like that. So you can look all that up. You can find it all there. All of my books are available everywhere. If you go into Barnes & Noble and ask for it, you can actually get them to order it for you. So there is always that too. If you decide you want to buy it from Barnes & Noble, you can actually go into a Barnes & Noble and ask for them to order it, and they'll order books for you. But the box sets are only available on my website because I'm the one who's actually done that. And generally, if you order early enough in the day, they will be sent out the same day. Like, I'll just drive up to the post office in town. But if it's ordered later in the afternoon or evening, it goes out the next day. If you order from my website, I make sure that it gets out quick, as fast as I can possibly get them out. So there's that. But either way, yeah, you can order everything off of my website. My website is always linked below in the description box. So are all of my other social medias. I haven't been posting on TikTok as much as I was before, but that's because they're trying to get us 5G out here. So of course the service is not as great. I'm thinking about just doing like a bunch of like TikTok. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Drafts. That's the word I'm looking for. Thinking about doing a bunch of TikTok drafts and then walking up to the like main dirt road that we have out here where there's better signal. I'm not even kidding. Like we live down a side dirt road and then a private dirt road that goes onto our property. There is a main dirt road that goes out to the actual main area where town is. And the main dirt road has better service. And it's actually a lot of fun to get out there and realize that, you know, just a little ways down the dirt roads, there's better service. But I get to hang out with the cows that are out there sometimes. So anyway, I might just walk out there and, you know, start posting them that way. Because from the house, I'm pretty sure it's because we're surrounded by a lot of trees out here. But I mean, it is open to satellites. I don't know how Wi-Fi works. And Wi-Fi is required for everything, damn it. So anywho, that's just all I had to say today. Yeah, so I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of convention appearances. And I never left the state of Texas anyway. Everything was done in Texas. So if you want to order, I did have an order come from California, which was friggin' awesome. I've had orders in Kansas and Ohio and Oklahoma and things like that. So I think that's really amazing that I have had orders from other states, which is great. So thank you to everyone who has ever ordered from my website. That's awesome. I do have other things on my website besides just my books. I just don't promote those things. It's literally just stuff that's taking up space in my office. So if you look through my website, I think the homepage is just my books, but you can actually go in and look at all of the items that I have. And I have a bunch of other stuff that's on there too. Like I said, it's just stuff that's taking up space in my office. So I'm looking at getting rid of it. And it's listed on my website for very low prices. I just sold 2 Nintendo DS games that were on there. I sold them for $5 a piece. I think I bought them for, I think they were like $40, $50, something like that, back when they were cool. I don't know. That sounded so bad, back when they were cool. I do still have another DS game that is still listed as well. One more, because I think I only had 3. But there is one more that is listed. I have 6 more cases for DS games that are in there, but the games are not in it. I have a, like one of those little DS cases with this little zipper thing where you put the games by themselves inside there. I have to find that in order to find the games that go to it so I can list those too. But either way, anywho, that's all I got. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of convention appearances anymore, but I am still writing and publishing books. I'm getting through the edits of this book that will be published in 2028. So I'm doing the edits for that one. And yeah, that's what's going on right now in September. Next month, I believe I will be writing a new one. Yes, I will be writing the 5th book in my holiday series. So there's that. And yeah, I'm trucking along, doing what I can. She sleeps for about 2 to 3 hours during the day. And that is basically when I take my time to work as well. She's asleep because I don't want to take away any of my attention from her while she's playing. Plus she likes to bite my laptop, and I'm not going to risk my laptop or her because I don't know what that would do to her. I don't know if it would zap her or something like that. And it's more of a safety precaution for her that I'm not working while she's out running around, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So anyway, yep, that's it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. I don't give a shit. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just here running my mouth. Whatever. Anyway, okay, bye.